Okay. So, again, this is an XTC game between Team USA and Team Brazil. Last I heard, Team USA is up 1-0 over Team Brazil. And there is another game going on right now. I just will not receive the score. Actually, I can have that open on the side and give Greg my full support. So, I believe it's a best of 7. Um, so, we have plenty of time. I'm going to wait for them. And, yeah. I'm also making some waffles at the same time, so I do apologize for moments of silence, missed damage, and things like that. The timer will probably be delayed, so I will start the timer um, when I sit back down in front of my computer, but this should be a banger. 2 very interesting scum lists. Andrew's been flying this list for a while now, and Rafa, I like the Fang fighters. You know, he's got Fenrir with Fearless and Cad Solus. So overall, a pretty interesting list, but I worry about Unkar. However, since it is ancient knowledge, Unkar at I2 might actually do some good. Or maybe it's Sarka. Like I said, I'm not in front of my computer at the moment, but there we go. Oh, it was Sarko. I got it close. And chances are Joy is going to be using those torpedoes to um, re-roll or what have you. But updated the score from the other game going on right now. USA is currently up 12-3 with what looks like 38 minutes left. So it seems... Oh, just gotta Oops. Do something for these players really quick so they don't forget. That is the only interference I will do. If that gets me in trouble, I apologize. Just wanted to make sure that they have their tokens out there like they're supposed to. So from now on, I will not be interfering. I will not correct them if they do something wrong. In fact, I'm going to go so far as to, if I can figure out how, the chat has been turned off, so they cannot talk to me. I cannot talk to them. It is all on them. So here we go. So Sarko with a 2 straight. And Sol Sixa going pretty fast as well. If I know Andrew Morallo, yep. Like I said, I know Andrew Morallo's off the board. So Morallo will be coming back this next turn. Cad Bane. Barrel rolls. Yeah, focus barrel roll. But, yeah. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope you're all doing well. This is Joy. I'm going to hover just to make sure. Yep, that's Joy. And the moment I get the score from Nickel City X-Wing is the moment you all will know. Unless you're watching that game, then you'll know. But for those that don't know me, my name is Chris. I'm just an X-Wing player that started streaming games because there was a void in the games. I don't represent any country. I am an American, but I just love the game of X-Wing. So I will support whoever, whenever, however I can. And Morallo, I believe, has to return range 1 from the board edge. So I'm going to try to be as close to Dalen as possible, it looks like. So Dalen might be in some trouble. Especially since these Fang fighters are nowhere near the fight. And it looks like the Fangs are going to have a bit of a hard time getting into the fight. If I had to guess from Rafa, Fen is probably going to get the first ancient knowledge. Cad Solus will probably go to the middle and get the second, and we'll go from there. So, big update from the other game going on. USA is currently up 18-5. So it looks like the United States are going to go up in this series 2-0. So while these players are getting everything situated, I am going to get the rest of my or get my little snack. So apologies for the silence that is about to occur. Okay, so while I stepped away, uh, yeah, it looks like Solsixa grabbed one, Sarko grabbed one, and Cad Bane looks like he's going to be in a heap of trouble here. Thankfully, I don't think Fen Rao is going to have a shot, but you are about to get lit up by Two Fangs and Sarko. Now, I would have liked to have seen a stop from Moralo, but yeah, scum on scum violence, how crude. So my guess is he probably barrel rolls. And that ends the other game. So the United States is going to go up 2-0 in this series. 23-26 is the final of that game. And yeah. No cloak from CAD, unfortunately, yeah. Doesn't look like Dalen's gonna have a shot either, so surprised Dalen actually cleared that. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for raiding, Greg. We just started with this game, Game 3 of USA versus Brazil. It's a scum off as Captain Nim just hit a gas cloud. Thankfully, I don't think Nim's getting shot, but yeah, right? Raiding is pretty fun. Doesn't seem like Nim got ionized. Maybe I should turn on the chat. Okay, I have to figure out why it's doing that. I'll figure that out later. But yep, like I said, Team USA up 2-0. Levi, thank you for telling me that. Yeah, words. That sounded sarcastic. It wasn't meant to be. So here we go. Will Cad Bane survive this onslaught? One hit from Fen Rao. And one evade from Cad Bane. No shot from Soul Sixa. So here we go, Cad Bane. Yeah, it's a question. Who do you shoot? Does anyone know if I'm allowed to tell them to please roll on the mat? I don't want to get in trouble. I don't know if I'm allowed to. That's why. So when they roll, because XTC is very strict, so I don't want to be like, hey, roll on the mat. Let me look. Greg said no interference, so there is a damage on Sarko. Yeah. Okay. Levi, everyone saw it. Levi said that I can, it's not a game state, so I'm allowed to ask them to please roll on the mat. I'm not getting in trouble. Levi told me I could do it. Yep, Levi said it's okay, so I'm allowed to tell them to roll on the mat. Ooh, big swing. 3 hits. I yelled at Andrew. Whoop. Sorry. 2 eyes. And CAD. I'm missing CAD. Shields. And a damage on CAD Bane. So we're going to do this. 2 hits in the CAD. Probably going to use CAD Solus. Or, not CAD Solus. Joy Rekoff's reroll ability. Okay. Andrew saw. 1 result. And I think takes 2. Yep, takes 2. So that is half of Cad Bane. Hey, I don't want Illy to yell at me, man. He. Oh. Alright. Well, 2 more damage, and Cad Bane is dead. No, you're right. I misread. Or I misunderstood. It was 1 less defense die. I thought Joy was rerolls. That's on me. He didn't reroll. He did not reroll. I got the ability confused in my head. So, a big swing for Brazil here. 6-1. Yeah, I I don't play a lot of Scum, so I didn't know. Benefit about Captain Nim is he's not going to hit that gas cloud again. Downside is you did 1 damage to Sarko Plank, and you lost Cad Bane. I did ask Andrew to roll on the mat. He has actively chosen to not roll on the mat. So I will no longer interfere after that. But losing Cad Bane there does not feel good. Let me turn off bets. Next week as well, I'm going to see if I can get some more 3-1-2 games. Season 8 of Nickel City X-Wings Draft League starts next week. And I'll see if I can get some more XTC in. Hey, I'll play Assault Match on Funwalk's channel. Why not? I think I do. I don't know. But I digress. I wouldn't say Andrew is out of it, but it's going to be very hard with 3 1 agility ships for the rest of the game. I also did not think Fenrau was going to have a shot. That's a great question. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, yep. He moved the wrong ship, but that's okay. Order doesn't matter too much. So Sarko grabs an ancient knowledge again. Realized that Sol 6 was supposed to move. Sol does have an ancient knowledge. Then Cad Solus moves and focuses. The thing is, now Rafael doesn't need to bring Fen in the fight, so he can just have Fen sit at the bottom and really not do much. Thank you for following. The alert is gonna go off in a little bit because I can't figure out why it does double alerts. So well, I'm assuming Dalen probably just focus boosts or boost focus. Yeah. So not a great position here. And Moralo loses his, or their lock. Did not fully resolve. Yeah, they didn't fully resolve Moralo. His opponent, there's the alert. Okay. So Moralo gets 1 ion. Should be strained. Yep. And the lock that is out there on Dalen should be gone. But, and the Nim should not be, actually no, it was a white maneuver, so Nim is still strained. So I have a feeling this is probably an all-in on Nim turn. And if Nim dies here, that is honestly probably the quickest GG we will see. I'm not here to force the players to play. If they want to forfeit, early. So, of course, there is a possibility that Andrew just kills stuff. Does he forget he is strained? He does. It looks like. Well, Fen, trying to see, does Fen get shot here? Does Fen care if he gets shot here? Gonna spend the focus. So hit, crit, in the Nim. Nim takes 2, even though he forgot he was strained. Which, I mean, that happens, I guess. So Nim, range 1 into Sarko here. 4v2, and then it'll be 3v2. Well, that's a good roll. And Sarko spends the Ancient Knowledge, takes 2. So that's half of Sarko. Now the follow-up shot. Hit crit. So if he blanks out, he's dead. And probably spends a force. Yep, so... Yeah, it should have been 1 green die. However, I'll put up the text. I cannot interfere in the game. I cannot say anything about board state, if they rolled too many dice, anything like that. I cannot interfere in the game. So he rolled too many dice, and that's that. Spends the focus for 2 evades, okay. So now it's all the shots into, in the Nim. And he just remembered, so he's saying this one is the strange shot. So they got it. They figured it out. We're moving on. This is Cad Solus now. Who needs a focus token? And spends the last homing torpedo for 4 and a crit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and if that's a direct hit, and that is a hull breach. So an unimportant damage. And now Dalen probably just gets the kill here, which, yeah. Oh, that was Joy. Fang fighters. It was a Fang fighter. Well, Nim is dead. So, and then it should be a point apiece. How do we have 2? How did he get 2 points? Oh, Moralo picked up 1 too. Okay. Right. So 12 to 4. Um, I mean, it's an uphill climb. It's I'm trying to say it's not out of the realm of possibilities. Um, but it's not going to be easy. I could honestly see Sarko backing up here and picking up the ancient knowledge again. So it's kind of crazy that round two he loses Cad Bane, round three he loses um, Captain Nim. Morallo actually decided to shoot um, Joy Rekoff, which if I were Andrew, I would have just focus fired into Sarko. Because at this point, you have to take ships off the board, and getting Sarko off is way more important than stripping a focus. But the way it's looking, um, it looks like Brazil is going to take this one, and the series will be 2-1 in favor of the United States. But I will never put the cart before the horse. So I think Andrew's big problem is he, unintentionally, mind you, um, just sort of presented his ships one at a time to his opponent, and Rafael just sort of took that and said, "Okay, yeah." Well, he is first player, so he is going to get his overtuned off. And Sol Sixa is going to drop a proton bomb. Oop, it disappeared. Or at least I don't see it, but they might see it. So they know the proton bomb is there somewhere. Uh, well, I called it. Sarko's gonna back up, contraband, and yeah, I know he wants to overtuned and lock. I think I would have just K turned there, but he's gonna rotate it backwards. So yeah, I mean, Sarko's at 2 health. All Sarko can do is play the objective. So he clears his strain. Um, he can't claim the middle. There it is. And he fails to take the top one. So... Oh, well, he could have K-turned then. Gotten behind Dalen. But these bumps are going to be really big. Actually, important thing of knowing that you did not get that objective is now you know you're not range 1 of that proton bomb. So that's a bright side, I guess. And you know Dalen's about to just eat it. I think they're realizing that Dalen should not be locked. Well, Dalen's barrel rolling. I mean, it's the most obvious barrel roll in the world. Yeah. You called the barrel roll. Now you have to barrel roll. Probably get focus as well. Oh, I think he was trying to see if he'll still have Lone Wolf. Oh, and it looks like Dalen is still going to get hit by that proton bomb. And Fenrau just doing Fenrau things. Going to run up and... You kind of hope this is range 2. Oh, no! Okay, so Moralo and Dalen are both taking a shield here. Which is not good. And it is range 1. So Fenrau is going to get a nice range 1 shot. And thankfully he doesn't have Fearless. So he could... Gonna leave it at 2. So Moralo only takes 1. Could have been a lot worse. So... No, you don't shoot Fen, you shoot one of the other ones. Well, he's gonna shoot Fen range 1. Hit crit into Fen, and... Ooh, Fen's gonna take a crit! Oh, he forgot Concordia. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Right. No, yeah, he doesn't get Concordia because it's only in the front arc. I stand corrected. I'm sorry, everyone. Right? Is Concordia only in the front arc? Sure it is. Okay. So, yeah. So got half of Fen, which is really important there, actually. I always forget Concordia is front arc, not in arc. Well, hit crit, and Moralo takes hit crit. Hit crit. Crit is wounded pilot. I thought it was. Is it not? Oh, it is. Okay. So if he can do 7 damage with 6 dice, Andrew loses right here, right now. So let's see what happens. 2 hits. So And spends a calculate, takes 1. So it will be 17 to 7. And, yeah. So another range 0 shot. Thinking about shooting Sol Sixa instead? Nah, surely not. Oh, I think he's thinking about it. Gonna shoot Sol Sixa instead. Because I think he realizes that he can't really chase Moralo after this turn with the Fangs because they're both stressed. And Sol Sixa's fine. So now, rolling off the whatever, one hit from Sol Sixa into Dalen, and Dalen is fine. So, 2 more points for Raph, 1 for Andrew. Oh, and Sarko still gets to shoot. I forgot all about Sarko. So we're going to wait here. One hit from Sarko, and Morales fine. So, yeah, at 5 points, it's almost necessary to bring Fenrau. Did he spend an ancient knowledge? Let's see. Fen still has one. Sarko still has one, but he only gave himself a point. Does Moralo have one? No, Moralo doesn't have one. So, I'm not going to question it. Yeah. So they have 16 to 7, even though Rafael has 2 to Andrew's 1 ancient knowledge. Tokens are kind of all over the place, but that's okay. Andrew did use his 3rd charge of Jabba, so he has 1 more charge for Jabba. But, yeah, when I talked to Andrew, he's been playing this list specifically for the last, 6 months. So he decided that he was going to bring this for the XTC. Sol Sixa. You can see the ancient knowledge here. Andrew has it there. I know it's a little bit harder to see, but Sol Sixa has the ancient knowledge. Moralo tried to pick up. Moralo did not pick up. So it should be 17 to 7. Yeah. So, like I said, it should be 17-7, and Rafael should have a crate, or not a crate, um, an ancient knowledge. But so my guess now is this is a dive bomb Soul Six it into the corner turn, and hope. I don't think Andrew can get back into it, but the way to get back into it is you have to take Fenrau or Sarko off the board this round. He's gonna drop his other proton bomb, and this time on a bank. So that's another big way to get back into it. Hope that your proton bomb does something. But Sarko bumps. Stress focus, but I think they forgot to put on the stress. There's the talent roll from Soul Sixa. And as I predicted, all the Fang fighters are going to come down and dive bomb on Soul Sixa. Isn't it? No, after you fully execute a red maneuver. Okay. Well, Joy doesn't move, so that's a plus side. You're not going to get too many, take too many shots or big shots. Um, Another bump from Dalen. And Lone Wolf is offline. Huh. That's kind of surprising. Well, if I'm him, I'm fixing Wounded Pilot. And that's exactly what he does. I think this is the most amount of people I've had in stream in a long, long time. So thank you all for being here. Fen Rao bumps, no damage though. And the proton bomb hits Dalen, so Dalen takes a damage. And it is a fuel leak on Dalen Oberos. So Fenrau shoots into Morallo. And only one. And Morallo's fine, so the dice are showing up a little bit too late for Andrew. So now we move on to a range 3 shot from Joy, who no longer has her torpedoes, so she can't make Soul roll less, and blanks out. So, as I said, things are showing up way too late, but range 1 from Cad Solus. And again, no, absolutely nothing. Andrew's getting bailed out here. I like I said, I don't think there's any way he can pull it back. But there is a good chance. So now Andrew's only shot this turn is Soul Sixa into one of Rafael's many ships. And I do believe Rafael forgot his disabled power regulator. Fearless? Yeah, so hit crit. There is a greater than 0% chance. And Beskar's the crit. So what would the crit have been? The crit would have been a direct hit, which you know Andrew is reeling because he needed that. So again, it should be. Oh yeah, Sarko still needs to shoot. Which, I mean, if this shot does damage, I will continue to eat my waffles. Okay. Well, this does a damage minimum. Yep, does 1 damage to Morello. So they are forgetting, like 100%, that Morello does not have an ancient knowledge. So Rafael is only taking a point a turn for some reason. Sure, I'll. It's just some Eggo waffles, just a little snack after dinner. Um, Andrew Benjamin, Charlie. He was on my team last season for Nickel City, but yeah, another major thing is it doesn't look like Cad Solus is going to be able to get a shot this turn. I'll send some Eggos up. But yeah, I mean, there is a greater than 0% chance, but a less than, I would say less than 2% chance that Andrew can turn this around and win it. I mean, he has to take ships off the board. It is not a question. Yeah, 2 rounds they forgot that Rafael has 2 ancient knowledge to Andrew's 1. Yeah, it really is. Raphael should have to drop a knowledge, and um, it Raphael's Fenrau should be ionized. Um, like it should technically be 19-8 right now. Yeah, but as I've said, So, yeah. My guess is he thinks Morallo has an objective when Morallo very obviously does not. Um, so yeah, he would have gotten. Actually, I think he would have 18 points, not 17. And the reason I'm saying 18 is because he would have dropped one last turn, and then he didn't have an opportunity, or 2 turns ago, and then this last turn he didn't have an opportunity to pick up another one. So yeah, correct. He would have had to have dropped one last round. Um, but like I said, Sola's had one the whole game, and Morallo does not. So it would be 18-8 right now. And Fenrau should be ionized, but again, they forgot that. Trust me, if I could say something to them, I would. If I could interfere, I would, but I am not allowed. And it's one of those things where it's like that's a major thing they forgot. In fact, there's two major things they forgot. No, Morallo here tried to pick one up. Sola's had one since the early stages of the game. When yeah. So Andrew is first again. And the last round of calculates from Morallo have been grabbed. No, Charlie, it's legitimately a rule that I cannot interfere. It could be a game misconduct, if I remember. Um, okay, okay, I'm sorry. I'm just letting you know. That's all. Yeah, I agree, Taylor. But the way it's looking now, um, does he even have range 3? I sure. No, I'm not gonna worry about it. I mean, oh goodness, excuse me. All he has to do is put 5 damage into Soul Sixa here, and oh, um, well, hey, Dalen got over. So, are they realizing now that he should be Ion? Oh, they're okay. Yeah, I mean, he should have measured because I don't think that's range 3, but what are you going to do, you know? He has to put 5 damage in on Soul 6 here to win the game. So... So, chances of Andrew winning, 0. Chances of Andrew pulling this back, 0. Chances of Rafael to win the game, 100%. Actually, I would give it a 0.1% chance. Never mind. Why didn't he roll? Oh, because he's strained. Okay. So that is the game. He genuinely cannot come back to even contest this game. So now it's a can I kill Fenrau? So 3 hits into Fenrau here. 1 pain or 1 evade saves him. And yeah. Gonna spend okay, so he's gonna spend the ancient knowledge. Yeah, you always arc check. You always pay attention to your opponent's cards. I don't know who this is into. I hate to say that I don't really care because the game is very much over. Okay, so this is into Soul. So Soul survives unless what's it called? He's gonna go range 1 into Joy because the game is over. Okay, going range 2 to Dalen. Dalen's only mod is the Ancient Knowledge. So he has to do 2 to Dalen, or 3 to Dalen to kill Dalen. And I mean, you might as well spend the Ancient Knowledge. Oh, okay, well, never mind. So I guess the question is, does Sarko kill Soul 6? And the answer is no. Well, maybe. Okay. So your final score is 20 to 9. Did I? Sure, 20 to 9. That's what they have, so that's what we're going with. Brazil takes a game, and it is now 2 to 1 United States of America. I'll be back sometime next week, hopefully streaming some more XTC 312, maybe some Top Gun, and if we're lucky, we'll get some Nickel City X-Wing games on. But until then, my name is Chris, also known as Let the Wookiee Win, and I'll catch y'all next time.